The day the world's richest man broke down crying wasn't at a funeral, a board meeting, or in front of cameras. It was on a quiet Tuesday morning, in a hospital room filled with silence, the same silence that had haunted his mansion for 7 long years. Ethan Cole, a billionaire tech mogul known for his cold brilliance, had everything a person could ever dream of: private jets, island villas, a company that practically ran the digital world. But none of it mattered, not since his daughter, Lily, stopped speaking at the age of 6. There was no physical injury. No disease anyone could name. She just stopped. For years, Ethan threw money at the mystery. 100 doctors from all over the globe were flown in, neurologists, psychiatrists, language therapists. They scanned, tested, analyzed, and theorized. But not one could make Lily say a single word. Her silence became a shadow that followed Ethan everywhere. At board meetings, he'd lose focus. At charity galas, he'd slip away early. He'd sit by her bedside at night, whispering, "Lily, please, just tell me what's wrong." But her big blue eyes only stared back, calm but distant, as if she lived in a world only she could see. One chilly morning, frustrated after yet another round of failed therapy, Ethan decided to take Lily out for a walk. It was rare for them to go anywhere public, not because he feared people, but because he feared hope. Every time someone smiled at Lily, every time someone tried to speak to her, a tiny spark would light inside him, only to die again moments later. But that morning, he drove her through the city streets. No security detail. No chauffeur. Just a father and his little girl in the back seat of a black car. Traffic stopped near a construction site, and as Ethan rubbed his temples, something unusual caught Lily's eye. A man in a bright orange vest was sweeping the street near the curb, humming. Not just any hum. It was warm, cheerful, filled with life. He looked about 60, maybe older. His face was lined but kind. And every few seconds, he'd pause, wave at the kids passing by, or pick up a stray candy wrapper with a smile. Ethan barely noticed him. But Lily did. Her little hand pressed against the window. The man noticed her too, gave a small bow, and pulled something from his cart, a little paper bird, folded perfectly, delicate and simple. He walked closer, his broom still in one hand. Ethan tensed, ready to shoo him away. But before he could, Lily rolled down her window for the first time in years. She reached out. The man placed the paper bird in her palm. "Every bird has a song," he said softly. "Some just forget the tune for a while." Then he smiled and went back to sweeping. Ethan's throat tightened. He wanted to dismiss it as nonsense, but when he turned to Lily, something was different. Her eyes sparkled. Her lips trembled. "Daddy." The sound was faint. Fragile. But it was there. Ethan froze. The street noise vanished. His heart pounded so hard it hurt. "Lily? Say that again, please." But she didn't. She just held the paper bird tightly against her chest. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. For the first time in years, he wasn't thinking about his company, or his failures, just that man, that simple gesture, those quiet words. The next morning, he drove back to the same street. The same spot. The same man, sweeping the curb, humming the same tune. Ethan stepped out, approached him. "Excuse me. You gave my daughter that paper bird yesterday." The man smiled. "Ah, the quiet little angel. Did she like it?" Ethan swallowed hard. She spoke. For the first time in 7 years. The broom stopped mid-air. The man blinked, eyes softening. "That's wonderful, sir. Truly wonderful." Ethan reached into his jacket and pulled out a thick envelope. "Take this. Please. I can't thank you enough." The man stepped back. "No, sir. I don't need money." Ethan frowned. Then what do you want? A job? A house? Anything. You've done more for my daughter than 100 doctors. The man chuckled, his voice deep and kind. You see, sir, sometimes people don't need fixing. They just need to feel seen. Maybe all your little girl needed was for someone to talk to her, not about her. Ethan stood there, speechless. Keep the money, the man said. But do me one favor, make sure she never forgets how to listen to the world again. He picked up his broom, humming once more, as if nothing remarkable had happened. Weeks passed. Lily began speaking in full sentences again, shyly at first, then freely, like a bird remembering its song. Her laughter filled the halls of the mansion that had long been silent. Ethan shut down several business projects and launched a foundation, not for medical research this time, but for children with speech and emotional challenges. Its name, the Paper Bird Foundation. When reporters asked him what inspired it, he smiled and said, "Not science. Not wealth. Just kindness, from a man most people never even notice." Years later, every year on that same week, Ethan and Lily would drive to that street corner. And though the old street cleaner eventually retired, the paper birds kept appearing, hanging from trees, shop windows, and even the lampposts nearby. No one ever figured out who kept folding them. But Lily liked to believe it was the same man, still reminding the world that every bird has a song, some just forget the tune for a while. Moral: you don't need riches to heal a heart, only kindness, patience, and the courage to see someone who's been invisible for too long.